Okay, so I'm back. I only like to do that short videos because I feel like these ones that are like an hour long, I mean, maybe down the line, but for now, let's just do 8 minutes and let me get my content up. And what do you call it? Yeah, if you like it, then you can stay tuned in. If you want to watch all of them at once, go for it. But yeah, I think 8-minute videos, I know my attention span anyway is poor. So especially when it's like content online, like there's only so much I can be listening to Barbara talking about X, Y, and Z. So anyway, let's do story time. Story time! So, okay, so there was this guy that I met. Listen, when I tell you, yeah, I mean, he was fine. He was fine. He pursued me, and I need to set the scene straight. He actively pursued me. Yeah. I think we even had a bit of a disagreement to begin with as well, actually. And he came and apologized because I don't know what it was. There was something. I know something that he said. Sorry, I don't know what this loop is there, but let's just get that out of the way. Sort my hair out. I don't know what it was. I actually can't remember. But there was a disagreement that happened. Something that he said. Do you know what it was? It was about, I think it was about money. I think he was like insinuating he could like give me whatever I wanted in terms of money. And I was like, okay, like, I'm not interested. Thank you. And then it was like, it was a bit, I don't know. He kind of then got in a mood and kind of went off, and I just thought, okay. And then he came back to apologise. I think there was drink, blah, blah. So he came to apologise. I think he was just feeling a bit nervous, perhaps. I don't know. We did speak about it afterwards, but yeah, anyway. So, I digress. So he's pursued me. I should have probably known from that instant moment, to be fair. Maybe that was the red flag I needed, coming to think of it. However, I think the way he handled it to apologise and blah, blah, made me think, oh, like, you can communicate well, and I love that. And you can also acknowledge when you've done something wrong. Great. So, anyway, fast forward now, he wanted to take me out for dinner to apologise. And I was like, yeah, I think that's lovely. Like, I'll definitely go out for dinner. So we went out for dinner, and I went out with a friend of mine as well. And we made it like a double date-ish kind of thing. She wasn't really feeling the other guy, but, you know, we did like a little group setting. And it was nice. You know, we had live music with some guy that was like screaming down the mic. I mean, it was different. I would say for it. The food was terrible. Can't lie. Worst food I think we've ever had. I think I chose like the mushroom risotto. And everyone else had like proper food, but they didn't like their food, and everyone ended up eating my mushroom risotto. They were like, could just pick something else. Anyway, we had a great time, is what I'm saying. We spoke, and we then went out for shisha and a few drinks, and then we spoke about God, and I was like, oh my, and then I think he was shocked that I was Christian and vice versa, so we were like chatting. And he was like, I really needed that. And I was like, vice versa. Like, it was great. Like, we were just made like a nice connection to begin with. And then after that, he was like texting me all the time. And then he was like, I want to take you out again. And then we went out for food with his friend again. And we chilled. And it was lovely. We had like an amazing time. And we were really getting to know each other. And then we went out one night as well. Went out to like a club. And like, honestly, there was a moment where me and him were dancing. I don't think anyone else was on the dance floor. And I was just, you know, when you look up and you're like, I'm just having the best time. Oh my goodness. And I turned around and he was like, I'm really enjoying myself. I was like, me too. So, you know, you just have those moments and it's just like, could this be it? And I think all of us girls have those moments where we're like, this is the one. This is the one. Like, and you want to absorb it all, because I think that's one thing that I'm always afraid of, that I'm going to miss it. Do you know what I mean? That I'm going to miss the moment, that I'm going to miss, you know, I'm not going to remember when I met him or how I felt or, you know, all these things. And I want to make sure that I like remember every moment of that process. So I think with him, it started to feel a bit like that, where I was like, this could be it. And I think a lot of us girls do that, right? Like, we're like, yeah, this is the one. And when I say nothing happened, he was so respectful. Nothing happened. He respected me and my space. He didn't try to kiss me, nothing like that. And we were just really enjoying each other's company. It was fantastic. And I generally say that. Then we came out of the club. I think my friend got really drunk, so I took her home to bed. And then I came back to the club and it was just me and him. Because when I said, okay, the club was literally downstairs. Like, don't make me feel bad. It was literally just downstairs and I was still awake and buzzing. So I was like, yeah, I'll come meet you guys and carry on the night. So, and I generally don't need to be with anyone. I'm not going to lie. Like, I can live my best life by myself. Yeah. Anyway, so party. And his friend disappeared with some other girl, and it was generally just me and him, and we were just turning up. And like, I think also there wasn't a lot of people that enjoyed Afrobeats there. So when Afrobeats came on, we was in it. You know, we were just all here. It was just me and you, baby, me and you. And we had the best time. So anyway, fast forward now, the club finishes, like we were there literally the last people on the dance floor, came out, and he turned to me, he was like, I don't think I've had that much fun ever. And I was just like, oh yay! I was like, me too! I mean, I have fun like this all the time, sorry, but I was just like, oh, like, I'm glad you enjoyed yourself, but I really, really had a great time too. So anyway, we then come out of the club, and we were chatting, and his friend was like chatting up some other girl and blah, blah, blah. And we sat down on a bench just outside my apartment. We sat down on the bench, and we just spoke. We spoke and spoke. Now, we must have come out there around 6 a.m, I reckon. And we were on that bench till about maybe 8:30, 9 o'clock in the morning. And we were talking, and he even prayed for me. Like, you know, I'll tell you another story in a bit about things I've been going through. But he actually laid hands on me and prayed for me. And I was like, this is beautiful. He then put me over his shoulder and walked me to the apartment. There was no need for it, but you know, I was here for it. I was like, damn, so distressed. And yeah, and then he dropped me off at the apartment. We hugged, said goodnight, and that was it. Not even a kiss, nothing. Super respectful, to the point that, you know, when you walk away and just like, that was lovely. That was just such a great night. We had an amazing conversation. He prayed for me, like made sure that, you know, we had great sleep and all the rest of it, and beautiful. And I was like, this guy, star in my eyes, you know, the ones. Went in, and my friend was just like, girl, where have you been? I was like, outside on a bench, calm down. So anyway, went to bed, whatever, cool, messages non-stop. After that, slightly obsessed, you know, them ones there where you're just like, it's just me and you, baby. Like, I didn't want to talk to anyone else, just want to talk to him the whole time. And yeah, so anyway, came back. This was all set abroad, by the way, so this is like holiday romance, right? So again, I'm very aware that, you know, when you're on holiday, you be holiday vibes in, right? So I literally said to him, well, we'll see what happens when we get back to the UK and see if we can carry on the same sort of vibes, and if not, it's fine. Like, I had a great time. Anyway, came back to the UK, and it continued, like messaging me all the time. We spoke on the phone, we would download to each other. He then went on another holiday, and even while he was on a boys' holiday, messaging me all the time, and I was like, oh, like, he really likes me. So I was like, yes, and I was literally thinking to myself, this guy could be the guy. So anyway, I then went to church that Sunday and came back on excited to download like what I learned and all the rest of it. And then this is when I say we're in the trenches. We're really in the trenches. Like, it's crazy. He then said to me, V, there's something I need to tell you, and I feel convicted, and I need to share this with you. And I was thinking, he's got kids. It's all right. He's got kids. I can deal with that. He's going to tell me he's got some child or I can deal with that. That's fine. Like, I'm going to be a great stepmom. And I'm already like, you know, like planning like my response where I'm just like, don't worry about it, sweetheart. I still want to be involved. All of that. That's not what he said. That's not what he said. So then he proceeds to tell me, like, you know, his family and another family are pushing him, like, to make a decision and this and that. And I'm sitting there and I'm thinking to myself, am I an idiot, bruv? And I'm literally looking at God like, for real. And I just felt it on my heart. He then said to me, I'm romantically involved with someone. And actually, when I was going to wherever we were, he was like, I was actually running away from the situation. And I said to him, you're engaged, aren't you? And he was like, yeah. Engaged. A whole engaged man. As in, you got down on one knee in front of people and told a woman that you love her enough to spend the rest of your life together, and then you go on holiday. I don't want to stay where. You go on holiday and you then actively pursue another woman. And he said to me, I didn't think I'd meet someone like you. But you weren't. You're not supposed to. You should have the person that you've just got down on one knee, that should be the person that you were looking for. Why are you like, what? I'm gonna say it. Why are you settling? Like, if that's not what you wanted, why are you settling? Now, I said to him, listen, whatever this is, it's done. Like, it's finished. So please don't think that I'm saying this from a pick-me standpoint, because it's not, right? Like, as soon as you've misled my trust, I think that's the word, misled my trust, like, that's it, I'm done. Like, especially that early on. Like, I appreciate you coming to tell me. Thank you so much. But I can't be with a man that would do that to a woman. There is no way. Like, your wife is at home, future wife is at home, planning a wedding, and you are taking me out on dates, spending your honeymoon, wedding money on me. she's there excited. Because I know how I would be. If I had a ring on my finger and I'm getting engaged, I would be absolutely over the moon. Like, she's excited. Probably calling her friends, talking about this, talking about that. And you are here actively pursuing another woman, taking her out, laying hands on her and praying for her. Wow. Just wow. So anyway, I sat there with him, and you know, I could see that he was troubled. Like, he was troubled. I felt like there was a lot of pressure that he had felt, maybe from the family, maybe from whatever the situation was, putting them together. Like, to the point that I asked him, do you love her? And he was like, what's love? And I was like, hey, okay. So, you know, when I heard that, I did feel it for him. Like, I was disappointed and very upset, but I felt it for him. And I said to him, you know what, I'm going to pray for you. I'm going to pray for you and your fiancé. Because at the end of the day, you know, one, it's a situation whereby you could potentially ruin your life, her life, and if you have children, the kids' lives. Like, why go into something that you don't want to be in, you know, regardless of the pressure that you have around you? Or I think he felt like he owed her because she was there through a difficult time, you know. And I said to him, like, if you're not in it, you're doing more harm than good, right? Because yes, she might have been there for you, and that's beautiful. But at the same time, don't reward her with a marriage that you're going to resent her in later on down the line. That's not fair. So anyway, we prayed. And then I was like, right, okay, I'm going to leave you to it. Like, wish you all the best. Take care. Then he's had the audacity to turn around to me and say, I feel like there's a reason why you're in my life, for accountability and a friend. I said, no, my darling, that's God and your wife. Yeah? I said, I don't want to have a conversation with you again. That's it. We're done. Like, there's no friendship here. Like, it's done. And I haven't spoken to him since. So yeah, the trenches, a whole engaged man. And from there, that's when I felt, I think that's something that I have been battling with since. Just that disappointment. Because it's almost like, why? Like, why would you come to me? Do you know what I mean? Why? And why did God allow this to happen to me? Do you know what I mean? Like, why? Like, I'm not sitting here looking for married men. I'm not out here, you know, doing the most and X, Y, and Z. I'm keeping myself to myself. I'm enjoying myself. I'm having a great time. But, like, why are you allowing men to approach me that are not available for me? You know what I mean? And especially when you get on with them, I think that's the wickedest part. You know, when you're like, oh my goodness, like, this could really be something. You know, like, he's really nice and he's this and he's respectful and rare. Like, it's painful. It's a painful process to go through time and time again. And this isn't the first time I've been disappointed. You know, you'd be thinking to yourself, oh yeah, like, this guy's this, and then he doesn't know how to bloody communicate. And then communication's a problem. And you're thinking to yourself, like, the interactions that we've had have been incredible, but you don't know how to speak. You don't know how to communicate. You're over-promising. Guys, if any guy sees this, I beg, right? Do not tell a woman you're going to do something and then not do it. Just don't say anything. Don't speak. Why are you going to say, yeah, baby, I'm going to call you at 8 o'clock tonight? 8 o'clock comes, I'm expecting your call. You don't call. What's the point? Like, what is the point? You might have all the intentions in the world. Even if you say, okay, you know what, it's coming up to 8. I said I was going to call her. Let me message her and say that I can't speak. Not a problem. We are grown-ups. We understand people get busy. Or even after the fact, baby, I'm so sorry. I knew I missed this, da-da-da-da-da. You're not going to say anything? You can't communicate at this age? But yeah, if it was for work and you're getting paid now, you can communicate, eh? You can communicate well, isn't it? It's just mad. It's unnecessary, right? I feel like another thing that a lot of guys like to do is they're not ready for you, but they'll keep you on the roster, right? And they'll keep you here. And it's almost like they'll do what they think is just enough to keep you hooked, right? So that you feel like you're getting the attention that you require, but not actually do anything. It's all lip service. Like, there's no action. I can't stand that. As soon as I start to see that, I'm out. People always say to me, oh, like, you're too picky, like, rare. No. This is down to your behaviour, right? It's down to your actions. If you're not doing what I need you to do, like, do I think it's going to get better in the video? No, I don't. Like, if you don't know how to do this from now, compartmentalize, prioritize the person that you want to talk to, the person that you want to be with. How are you going to do that later on down the line? And then I'm going to be the one crying and upset. And people are going to be like, well, you know, you didn't really, you know, do that to begin with. So why are you upset? Exactly. And you can't teach an old dog new tricks. And girls, I'm telling you this now. If you tell a man right, something from the beginning, or you're okay, or you tolerate, let me say this, if you tolerate a specific behavior from the very beginning, you cannot complain about it in 10 years' time. You can't. Because you saw it at the beginning and you didn't say anything, right? So now when that behavior is continuous and now you're getting upset and frustrated, that's on you, right? I was giving this example to a friend of mine. Oh, let me not show you the side of my hair. It's really bad. To a friend of mine, literally the other day, where I was saying, you know, me personally, Valentine's Day is an important day for me, right? I don't care what anyone has to say. There is no way, right, that my partner is going to allow every other woman to feel spoiled, appreciated, loved, and he's okay with me being there not having that. No, I'm sorry. And I'm not materialistic. Please don't think that. I'm not. However, it's a principle, right? It's almost like Christmas, right? Christmas comes. Imagine all your kids. I mean, these are to the people that celebrate Christmas, by the way. All the kids are getting presents, right? In the house, you've got the cousins coming around, they're opening presents. And you are like, oh, you know what? I don't believe in Christmas. Blah, blah, blah. I don't want my kid to have Christmas. That's not fair. It's not nice. Oh, I give my kid... It's the excuses that I don't like. I give my kid presents all throughout the year. Okay, great. And then there's a day that's dedicated to it. Oh, but you know, it's inflation. Then pre-plan. Pre-plan your Valentine's Day. Yeah? If you're worried about inflation, pre-plan it. Okay, get everything sorted, book it in advance, book this in advance, you know, make sure you don't have inflated prices, and done. Like, what's the problem with me feeling special on that day? Right? So yeah, I'm going on like I've had bad Valentine's. I haven't, but it's almost like I hear the women afterwards that have told a guy, oh no, I don't care about Valentine's Day. Okay. You don't care. Interesting. Then Valentine's Day comes. He hasn't done anything for me. I didn't even receive flowers. Not even a card. Not even this. I'm like, but you said you didn't care about it. Whose fault is that? Not his. You told him you didn't care. He told you he doesn't care. For him, he was like match made in heaven. But you really care. It's the same as my birthday. My birthday is important to me. 2 days out of the year that are important to me. Valentine's Day and my birthday. And even Valentine's Day, I'm happy for me to do a year, you do a year, me do a year. But I want to celebrate us. What's the problem? Do you know what I'm trying to say? And when guys are like, nah, like I don't want to do da. Okay, you're not for me. It's that simple. If you can't compromise to be like, you know what? There's 2 days out of the year, 2 days that this woman wants to celebrate, right? And there's 362 other days where she's not going to be saying anything about celebrations and this and that. What's the problem? Like, what is the big issue? Right? Like, you can say Vanessa's commercial. It's just, yeah, it is. I'm what? I like it. I don't care. Right? I like the fact that we have got a dedicated day dedicated to love. I'll be sending my girls Valentine's Day presents. I send them cards. I send them roses. I send my sisters roses, cards, my mom, my dad. I think it's a beautiful day. I'm all about love. I love love. So, you know, I feel like this is my day to celebrate all the people that I care about. Right? So, yeah. Just as an ending, because I always do 8-minute videos and this one's about to be 20. These might end up getting longer because I got a lot of stories to tell, to be fair. So yeah, I'm a tap out on that one. But yeah, ladies, set your requirements from the beginning, right? Be honest, be open, be vulnerable. Tell them exactly what you require and don't be ashamed. And if a guy says he's not interested about it, keep it moving, keep it stepping. There'll be other guys that will be, right? I think that's a lot of women are worried that, you know, if they don't say the right things, that man is going to leave. Baby girl, if you're worried about that man leaving, leave. I'm going to tell you that facts. Leave, because he hasn't provided you with any security that he's probably interested, that he's got intentions, that he wants to be in the relationship, which is why you're not feeling comfortable to really share the things that you like. And that's not fair on you, you know, all for what? Because he's a good looking guy. Listen, looks fade, baby. If there's nothing behind the looks, you will not have peace. You will not sleep. You will not sleep. I'm telling you this now. You will not sleep, right? So looks aren't everything. Yeah, of course you want someone that's good looking and all the rest of it. But baby, like when the substance comes out and you're with a guy that might not be the best looking guy to other people, but to you, he's good looking because of what's inside and what shines on the outside because of that, you know, and the way he is with you and the way he treats you, right? So, you know, just understand what it is that you require, right? And what you know that you need in a relationship. And then communicate that. calmly, effectively, you know. And if the other guy doesn't match it, maybe it's fine. You say thank you, I'm flattered, and I wish you all the best. Peace. Love you guys. Mwah. Bye.
I got no worries, no. I got no worries.